Yes, sir.
Chief Emily, so why is it that officers who, aside from even patrolling their own community, this officer Aaron Smith resides in Wetumpka. Wetumpka is in another county. Why is it that officers who do not even reside in Montgomery County are allowed? I'm not from the state of Alabama, so I'll just be upfront about that. I resided in Michigan prior to. In the city of Detroit, you cannot work in the city of Detroit and not reside in the city of Detroit. Why is it that officers who reside in Elmore, Autauga County can work and control neighborhoods, say, have no relationship?
And I know that's a Midwest, Northeast thing, that residency, we don't have that here. And so that's...
Why do you believe that that's not here?
It's been, I did 29 years in Atlanta, it's the same thing in Atlanta. It's not in the state of Georgia, the state of Alabama, where you're gonna have that resident requirement to be a police officer. That's just the way it is. So I don't know the particulars. Well, you know what, I believe, I like that concept in the Northeast and the Midwest, that you are part of that community. And so that's in like New York City, all those cities, you got to be a part of that. And again, that's the culture up there, and the culture in the South is a little bit different.
I have one question, Chief. This officer that is involved in the shooting, he's 23 years old.
Yes.
Been a police officer for 4 years. So are we employing teenagers as officers?
Again, in the state of Alabama, 19, you can become a police officer.
Kind of young, isn't it?
I agree with you. And I think in Michigan and Detroit, I know some guys in Detroit, you can be as early as 20. But most states, we're looking at 20, 21. And I think that core age is about 23 to 25 that we look at. That is some maturity, the college, work history, military. But that's just the system that we have.
All right, we're gonna have two more. We're gonna get you three, and then we're gonna go up. Okay, 1, 2, and 3.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
1.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard one of the brothers ask, why can't we have black policemen police our neighborhood? And the mayor said that would happen. But I remember when black policemen could not go in the white community
Amen.
at all, could
Come
not
on now.
do a ticket, could not do anything. So why can't we have black policemen in our neighborhood to police us, or either have them mixed? Because most times when they kill a black man, it be all white police, just about.
Yes, ma'am.
So why can't we have more black in our neighborhood?
You know, that's I had a good discussion today with my command, my rank and file. That is come up as far as female patrollers. So we're gonna work on that, and I'm gonna come up with a committee next week to work on how to make that happen, how to make that a 2 minute to do that mix. But based on patrol the city, like 25 districts, we try to have that balance, and we do have that balance. Sometimes it may not seem that way, but we do have somewhat of a balance based on manpower and makeup of those districts. But I definitely work on that. That's a priority for me.
My question
Yes,
is,
sir.
as I sit here and look on Facebook, I see that you with Officer Smith and his family and the attorney today, you know, you're in support of them. But my question is, where is your support for the people, your people?
Right.
I understand, you know, not trying to make it about a race thing, but I mean, the facts are the facts. It is what it is. So, you know, you say you're in support, but my question is, are you really in support or are you the enemy?
He said he was supporting Bishop. Listen.
Well, I heard what he said.
Okay, then that's all you need to say.
Yeah, but
you got your answer. He ain't said to support nobody else but Bishop. You heard him. Listen.
I think you tried. I don't think you trying to be smart. I think you trying to tell you something.
Right, I was
Yes, sir.
listening, but still, I'm still just trying to say, like, I still
You
feel
got
like...
your answer. He
Okay,
said
all right.
he was here for who?
All right.
To support Bishop.
Okay, last question. Back over here.
The statement in question, after working for the city of Montgomery for the past 13 years, I recently resigned, and I work for the city's call center 311. There is a problem in Montgomery because when you get a phone call saying that there's strange people in the neighborhood, And, I'm like, what makes them strange? Well, they don't live here. How do you know? Because they're black. Wow. And I'm being honest, and we're having people who come to Montgomery to work. The reason nothing gets done in Montgomery is because people with the high-paying jobs, or either the jobs that I was working, don't live in our city. They don't have what's the word I want to use? They don't have a vested interest in Montgomery. Anytime anybody ever talked to me at 311, I was going to get it done for you. Got in trouble for it because I compared how you did things in Bankhead versus how you did them over there in Chisholm. We got a lot. Chisholm, west side of Montgomery, all of it. But there is an issue in Montgomery because I called the police the other day. I live in Regency Park. There was a car parked there and there was a white guy because he didn't live out there. Well, what do you mean? He doesn't live here. Why is he here? Because really where I live is not a bad place, but it attracts bad people.
Right.
It attracts bad. So there is a problem. So don't be shadowed by there is not a problem, but there's a problem with race throughout Montgomery. And it doesn't take violence to address the issue, but it definitely takes some type of tact. And we have to discuss the issue. Stop trying to act like it does not exist because it does exist. And it's just not between private schools, magnet schools, traditional schools. It's all students, right? Because they have nothing to do. And it's trickling down. Our parents are working. Personally, I think Hyundai was a curse and a blessing to Montgomery because the people who own Hyundai and come here and have the big jobs, their kids are going to get into magnet schools and get in the best programs, and they can take on work to go see about them. But when you work for the city of Montgomery, all these suppliers, guess what? You're worried about a point because you can't go to the schools. It's not your fault, but I'm letting you know there is a race problem when it comes to police issues in the city of Montgomery. They'll go out and Wind Lakes and tell them they have to move a car off the street because there is a covenant. You can't park on the street. But when somebody from South Lawn calls, worried about a car being parked on the street, it doesn't look good when they're robbing houses. They're placing the flat screens underneath there, and that's where they're hiding. You won't call traffic? 241-2761. I still know numbers. It's just been a month. I can't take it anymore. I resigned. You need to do something about it. Okay. It makes the neighborhood safe. Okay. And they're not equally serving our neighborhood because they don't live here. They take their money back across the border, and they're gone.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Before I bring Karen, I got a question I want to ask. I want to see a show of hands. I believe in nonviolent. Oh, get chest pain for some reason. I believe in nonviolent, but I believe in you slap me, then I'm gonna slap you back syndrome. I believe in that. Okay?
Time not to cheat.
What I'm asking is that people, it's 7 o'clock. We're gonna try to be out here about 7:25. About like Karen. I'm asking a question. How many people wanna see something? Want to see something positive come out there? How many people, just by show, how many people came and said, hey, it's Montgomery time to take a stand? How many, by show of hand, how many people think that it's Montgomery time to take a stand? By show of hand. Okay, that's cool. Now, with that being said, tonight it's just one meeting. If we can come out, my meeting, the thing that I had scheduled, it's scheduled for Thursday. The funeral is tomorrow. This thing here is scheduled for Thursday. They need a little bit more time to get it out there. We're gonna have another meeting one day this week. A day that we all can agree on, because we just can't come out just one time and go. We got to come back. That's how you build a movement. You don't do it on your first hit or your second hit. You build. It's a building process. So if we can come out again one day next week that we all can agree on before Thursday, because this started at 3:20 in the morning. The same time that the same time they lit our neighborhood up, we got to light that neighborhood. We got to light Montgomery up. At the same time that they lit the neighborhood up, women's out front, guys gonna come. This is our first meeting. I'm just if we can come back one day. Next week, Bishop Crawford said the doors of the church is open. What would be a good day before Thursday that we all can agree on, that we bring more people so we can fit into this movement. If we gonna play with it, then let's just don't do it. We have signs. We have Representative Alvin Hall. He's on board. We got McClammy here. We got State Representative John Knight, and we need to do something instead of just coming to his speeches. Now we're gonna get the marching order. Karen Jones gonna fire y'all up. But what's a good day before we leave that we can come back here before Thursday? Somebody suggest. Somebody said Tuesday, Wednesday.
Bible study.
Hold up, but this how you build a movement. You start off with 20, 30 people. We got about 60 tonight. That's a good turnout. So another meeting should be double. When we have time to get the word out without the crossover on where the meeting place is going to take place. So what's a good day next week that we can come back together and start this movement? Tuesday at what time?
6 o'clock.
Everybody agreeing with 6 o'clock, raise your hand. Okay?
Yeah, 7. They be on colorful time.
No, we can't do 7. Now, we got to do 6. And everybody just got to bring somebody. And then maybe next time that y'all may want to say something. But Karen Jones, she kind of, I'm gonna be straight up now. Karen Jones is really the reason that the news started keying in on the. Somebody had to spark the fire, scratch the mess. Karen Jones, y'all give a hand.